Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Kanye West, it looks like you should be worried because Bianca, no, I'm sorry, not Bianca, Kim Kardashian and Beyonce are teaming up and Crisis talks about what to do with you. Y'all, listen. What Kim couldn't do, Beyonce seems like she's willing to finish the job. But I have a question. What are y'all in Crisis talks about? Is Kanye lying and crashing out or not? Or is he really leaking real tea? Now, listen. The stuff he said about Beyonce's children, Jay-Z shit was absolutely reprehensible. I will not repeat it. He is scum for that. Um, People are saying he needs to be locked up. I don't think you can be locked up for being an a-hole. If that, half the people in the world would be locked up. But I understand why Beyonce and Jay-Z is like, baby, we taking you down. You better never hope we find an opportunity to literally do you in because Ninja is on. But with Kim, what you worried about? Crisis talks about what? I'm very, very much confused. Is he leaking real tea about you or not? That stuff about you being a SMEX worker, is that? Last time I checked, someone being an idiot and running their mouth, Crisis talks for that? Why don't you just expose him as a liar? Anyway, let's get into this. They said Beyonce and Kim Kardashian have crisis calls about Kanye West. There is still a sense of sadness. I don't think Beyonce and them have a sense of sadness over Kanye. Let's be real. They cut ties a while back, and real talk. Back then, I didn't understand why, and I didn't care. But now, I see why they cut ties with Kanye. He is too... I don't think Kanye's mentally unstable. I think he's a brat. I think he throws temper tantrums. I think he has delusions of grandeur, and I think he's obsessed with power. Again, right now he's on white supremacy, but if dogs take over the world, he's gonna be up on, oh my God, how can I he's gonna be walking around with a collar, talking about some woof woof, and making fluffy tail Yeezy season 36. That's just the person he is. He is a groupie for power, right? Anyway, let's get into this. They said mom to mom. A source exclusively tells In Touch that Kim privately reached out to Beyonce after Kanye launched a vile attack. Against Beyonce and Jay-Z's twins in the since deleted post. Kim obviously can't control Kanye, but she still feels terrible. He crossed the line. They said Beyonce was horrified by what Kim has been going through. Okay, let me just say something. I 100% believe this was planted by the Kardashian camp. And as much as people don't want to believe it, Kim and Beyonce are friends now. Their families have barbecued. Kris Jenner, Corey Gamble is always at the things. Again, they are friends. So let's put that out. But here's the thing. If you guys really are friends and not associates for the camera, why are y'all just talking about this right now? Unless this is another one of Jay-Z's, we're associates, not friends, and we're just doing this for PR and media. But then again, Beyonce and Jay-Z have decided that the Kardashians have risen enough in the social ladder that they can now be on the same level. Again, Kim is mixing with billionaires. Beyonce and Jay-Z are billionaires. They're like, okay, I guess. Kanye is person non grata. They said Kanye went after their own children too, including 4 of them on a list of people who have betrayed him in another post. Kim and Beyonce have been reaching out to everyone they know that might have a shot at getting through to Kanye and convincing him to seek treatment. This is a huge crisis, and no matter how angry and disgusted they might be, there's still a sense of sadness that Kanye is on this path. Again, I get the fact that Kanye's an asshole. Sue him! I get the fact that Kim is a mom. If I had seen my 4 kids on a list of enemies, I'd have been like, I don't know if it's safe to have the kids around you because you got them on a place of enemies. But as far as being committed on some Britney Spears level stuff, you guys, at the end of the day, it's just words. It's reprehensible words. It's hurtful words, but it is still just words. How without a doctor, and I don't mean a Harvey Paternick or whatever that trainer that was harassing her, how is it that now we live in an age where people can do, and I'm not talking about Kim or Beyonce, people can do the most reprehensible, vile acts that destroys the livelihood and the wealth of millions of people. People can do disgusting things. And as long as they stay quiet and just smile for the cameras, it's cool. Everybody's like, no, leave them alone. But the minute somebody opens their mouth and says things that are reprehensible, but at the end of the day, Kanye has not actually done anything. Now you want them locked up? I guess. And this ain't even in defense of Kanye West. This is in defense of uh the Wendy Williams and all those other people of the world, because when are we going to start calling a spade a spade? Now, listen, let me get off my high horse about that because we can talk about that one live. Let's talk about the fact of y'all having crisis talks. So let's be real, right? These crisis talks, Kanye is Kim's problem. She's the one that had 4 kids, securing the legacy, securing the bag. Beyonce don't got nothing to do with Kanye. They cut ties a long time ago, but it still makes me look in and actually makes me wonder, Kim, is everything Kanye is saying about y'all being sex workers, about y'all trying to do this and that to the children, why are you in crisis talks with Beyonce? First of all, what dirt would Kanye truly know of Beyonce and Jay-Z to do any damage to them, to their legacy, to their career? I'm being dead serious about this. What would actually make it go through? It almost doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, what? And I mean big what? What could Kanye truly say about Kim that you would need crisis talks? Why? And don't give me, oh my God, it's just because, they don't. And Beyonce, okay, let's unpack this. Because again, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Kim, is Kanye lying or telling the truth? Is Kanye lying or telling the truth? Because if he's lying, Ray J said way worse things about y'all, right? That Kim and Ray J planned that tape. She wanted to come off as innocent, make him look as a big, scary black man. And this ain't no thing to Ray J, because Ray J went along with it and you were down with that. So Ray J, shut up, right? But when it comes to the whole thing about Kim, and then Chris saw the tape, her own mom watched it, thought it wasn't good enough, rented out a studio in Burbank, filmed it again. And this one was graphic horror, like I don't even know, right? And then looked at it and said, nah. And all the execs of the horror people were like, no, this is too hardcore. America ain't ready for this. So they went with the original take. They didn't say anything about that. People have been saying the most disgusting things about what Kim was into, the way she made her money, Courtney before she settled down, before she got with Scott, what Kylie and Kendall were into. People have been saying crazy. So why is it that when Kanye called you guys sex workers and everybody is calling that man one flew over the cuckoo's nest, can you explain to me why now you need to commemorate with Beyonce? And again, now Beyonce had no idea what Kim was going through with the kids. I get it. Kim is trying to angle full custody, but I think it's more than that. I think Kim wants to shut Kanye up because I think that Kanye knows a lot about the Kardashians, how they get their money and what they're into, mostly because he was into the same mess. Again, but Kanye's not afraid of making himself look stupid. He's not afraid of blowing everything up. So you're literally dealing with someone that has 0 F's to give and is on a kamikaze mission, right? With people that really have things to lose. And I think the one thing Kim is more afraid of than anything is everybody reminding this billionaire that now wants to be taken seriously. And that's her right. Don't get me wrong about the dark, seedy way you actually came up and got your money. Again, when Kim said, nobody wants to work these days. Wish everybody would just get up and work. Baby, how were you getting up or was you getting down to work? I think that's what they're afraid of. And Kim and them are trying to, in one generation, rewrite their whole narrative about who they are and how they made their money. Again, ain't nothing wrong with it. A lot of respect. But the fact that Kim sees something unseemly with people being reminded that you were the OG sex worker and that's how you got your money. And now you want to sit there and act like it was from business acumen, this and that. Got it. A sex worker who got their start with their mom now has amassed a fortune. And that's good. It's no shame. But we all know that. So what else could Kanye be trying to, right? Again, shout out to all the sex workers that made a living and made something out of nothing. But that's my whole point. We already know this. So what could Kanye actually know that he's threatening to reveal that got you on crisis talks with Beyonce? Okay. All right, Kim. All right. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.